As you already know, I've replaced my economic team and wanted to bring in someone with some new and fresh ideas to get the economy going and create jobs. After all, we don't want to go back to the failed policies of the past.
You mean the past 2 years?
Tax cuts and stuff. Deregulation. Capitalism.
Oh. You mean the 30 years of economic growth that preceded the past 2 years?
So what are your qualifications?
Over the past 10 years I've earned a PhD in economics from Harvard, a JD from Columbia, and an MBA from Stanford.
That's impressive. How about your work experience?
Work experience?
Have you ever held a job?
In what sense?
Have you ever had to run a business?
No.
Ever had to make payroll?
No.
Have you ever made a profit doing anything?
No.
Have you ever created a single job in your life?
No.
Great, neither have I. And you see where I ended up. Moving along. So let me bounce some ideas off you for stimulating the economy.
I'll do my best.
How about another stimulus package? It seems to me the last one wasn't big enough.
I don't think that will work, Mr. President.
Why not? And I want at least 3 reasons that defend your position.
Reason number 1. The country is broke. Reason number 2. The country is broke. And then there's always reason number 3.
Which is?
The country is broke.
I see.
I'm not exactly sure you do.
How about a special tax on all of our highest earners? It's about time they paid their fair share.
Our highest earners already pay 70% of all income taxes in this country. And then there's the matter of this recession that we're in.
I inherited it, by the way.
You don't say.
I just wanted to be clear on that. The last guy left me with this recession. And that last Congress, too.
That last Congress was run by your party. With you in it.
Like I said, that last guy left me with this recession.
Noted.
How about this? I'll create a new middle-class entitlement program. People will be so happy with that monumental accomplishment they'll forget that they're unemployed and have virtually no wealth left.
Even if we assume this will go over better than your health care package.
Nothing wrong with a health care package. It's just bad messaging. I have to finesse the people with a few more speeches.
You've given 54 speeches on health care. You had a primetime infomercial. You held a summit. There was also the joint session of Congress you held. I'm afraid any more finessing would require a bludgeon.
The people are just scared and paranoid. They're not thinking clearly.
They voted for you just 2 years ago.
It's Rush Limbaugh and Fox News stirring them up.
You are the President of the United States.
Your point?
My point is you should theoretically be able to wield more influence than a shock jock and a news network.
I'm not following.
Well, your plan is intrusive, eliminates underwriting standards, creates hundreds of new agencies, raises taxes, guts Medicare, potentially covers abortions, mandates coverages, destroys HSA plans.
Give me the English version, Kate.
Maybe the people really just don't like it.
How could that be? I told the Democrats who were taking dangerous votes on it that the difference between 1994 and now is they've got me.
Well, yes. And your party has in fact just lost more seats at both the national and state level than in 1994, to a party left for dead politically just around the time you showed up.
Screwed the pooch on that one, didn't I?
It happens, sir.
Isn't there something else I can regulate?
You mean the healthcare and financial industries didn't do the trick? I suppose there's always tort reform. Our legal industry is due for an overhaul. So are our unions. And our borders.
Don't be ridiculous. I don't see how added regulations in any of those cases will either create jobs or stimulate the economy.
Sir, you have no idea how ironic you sound.
Well, if I'm going to get my mojo back, I need a laser-like focus on job creation. Send Joe Biden out on the stump to let the folks know jobs are coming. Hundreds of thousands. Millions.
You already tried that with Recovery Summer.
And how did it go?
It's hard for me to say.
Give me a baseline comparison.
Well, how did Watergate go?
That bad?
Sir, at the end of recovery summer, you went on record as saying that shovel-ready jobs do not exist. Couple that with the fact that unemployment went up by about 3 million after your stimulus, while our infrastructure is still crumbling, and people are naturally wondering what you spent that trillion on. Incidentally, so am I.
How about I just set aside an extra trillion in the next budget and allocate it for jobs?
How will you fund it?
I'll just raise taxes on the highest earners, and a few others.
Would those few others happen to be the middle class?
I prefer to call them the working rich.
This sounds suspiciously like another stimulus.
Nonsense. This is completely different. It's actually a spending bill for job creation.
On second thought, Mr. President, I think I'll stay on at my teaching position at Princeton.
This has been another James Daberman creation.